In this video, I'm going to show you how to use and thread up the Brother Innov-is NV1350, which are the machines we have here in the G&G studio. They are quite similar to other models of Brother sewing machines as well, so I'll put it in the description as to what other machines this applies to. So I'm going to be using some red thread so it's nice and clear to see, and we are going to get started. So first of all, we need to put the thread onto the little thread bar here. So what you need to do is just make sure that the thread is coming off the back of the spool like this. So the way that you insert it on needs to be this way round. So you take the little circular disc off, you slide that on and then get that sitting in like that. We're also going to put our empty bobbin into place. It's always best to wind a bobbin when it's empty rather than putting thread on top. So this is just going to sit on top of this little section here. Then you will notice that there's some lines with numbers on the top of the machine. So we're going to be following the dotted line to wind the bobbin. So you just have to take the thread round. Follow that, you'll notice the number 2 with the little arrow points in this direction, and then we need to get it round this tension disc, and it's really important that the thread clicks in under this disc. You might hear a little click and you'll know that it's in properly because you'll feel a little bit of resistance when you pull the thread. And then you just need to wrap it round the bobbin so you can see the direction of the dashed line there. I usually just wrap it round maybe like 3 or 4 times. And then there is actually a blade on the base of this bobbin holder, so you can just pass the thread through that little slit, pull on it, and it will cut the thread loose. The final step is to just nudge that whole thing over. It will sort of click a little bit, and then you're ready to wind the bobbin. You can either do that by pressing the foot pedal, or you can remove the foot pedal wire at the side here, and then you can just press the start button on here, and then that will start winding your bobbin. So you should notice that the thread is evenly going up and down the bobbin. That's how you know that it is getting wound on nice and evenly. You can adjust the speed at which it's doing it. That's what this little lever is here. So if you want it to wind a bit slower, you can, but usually you just want to wind your bobbin as quick as you can so you can put it up to the full speed, and it will just continue to wind it until it's full, and then it will automatically stop on its own. If you didn't want to wind the full bobbin, you could just press stop and then it will stop winding the bobbin. If you want to keep going right to the end, we'll just keep doing that so you can see what it looks like. It will just start to slow down there. You can see it sort of stuttering a little bit, and then you can just stop it. Flick this whole thing to the side, that sort of takes out of bobbin winding mode. You can plug your foot pedal back in if you've taken that out, remove the bobbin off of the top, and then that is your bobbin wound. You could either cut it with scissors or you can use that little blade that's in the bottom there. Then to actually put the bobbin into the bottom of the machine, you need to just use your finger to pop off that little lid there, and it's important that you insert the bobbin the correct way round. So it should be like a letter P, so the thread should be coming off the left hand side of the bobbin like that. So you're going to insert it into the bottom there, and then the thread needs to come underneath that little silver hook thing with the arrow, and just pass it around that grey section there, and again there's another little blade in at the side which will just cut the thread, so you just give it a little pull and it will cut it. Then you have to put this roof bit back on, so you first of all click it into the left hand side and then press it down, so that's your bobbin into position. Then we're going to thread the top thread. So what's probably easiest to do is just pull it all out of the bobbin winding sections like that, and then you're ready to be back at the start again. Now before you start threading, it's important to make sure that the needle is in the highest position. There's 2 ways you can do that. Either you can press this button here and it will fully lower the needle, and then it will also raise it as well. You can also use the hand wheel, but this button here is a more reliable way to do it. So you want to just make sure the needle is up at the highest position. The foot of the machine should also be up as well. So that's the little lever here at the back. So you want to just make sure that that's raised up when you come to thread it. And then this time we're going to be following the solid line. So you're going to take it round here, and then this time over to the left, follow all the way down, straight back up again, And then here you need to just sort of hook it round that number 4. It does hook onto something inside, but you can't really see that. You just have to sort of trust that it's happened. 5 isn't really anything specific to do, just keep going down. Number 6 is a tiny little hook just above the needle, so you have to just pull it sharply to the side to make sure it's caught in. And then if you wanted to thread your needle by hand at this point, then you can just thread it, or you can use the needle threader. And again, it's really important that the needle is at the highest position before you use the needle threader. So you have to just pass it in front of this little section here. It will click in, so you'll hear a little click, and then you can pass it over the blade at the side. That cuts the threads. And then this lever here, you have to just push it down quite sharply, and then that will thread your needle. So then you can just pull the thread through from the back like that, and then pass the thread through that little space in the foot of the machine, and then you're ready to sew. Now, the key things when you come to sew that you need to know about are that the needle will always be in the left-hand position when you turn the machine on, and it's just on a regular straight stitch. So you can see here that it's just doing a straight stitch. The stitch length is 2.5, so that's a good length for all regular seams. If you wanted to do some basting or easing stitches, you can increase the stitch length by pressing this button here, and you can see that it goes up to 5, so that makes it a really long stitch length. This number here refers to the tension, but you shouldn't really need to change that. It will just default onto 4. You can pretty much leave it at that. And then this one here refers to the width of the stitch, which isn't applicable for a straight stitch. So if you wanted to change the stitch, for example, if you wanted to go onto a zigzag stitch, then you can press number 5 here. You'll notice that it then changes to a zigzag, and then you can adjust the length and the width here. So this one here refers to the width, so you can just press up and down to change that. And then that one, again, the middle one is the length, so you can just change that to your preference for whatever zigzag stitch that you need. So we'll go back to the straight stitch just now, and when you come to start sewing, you want to just check that you've got the speed section here at a speed that you're happy with. So if you're not used to the machine, or you're still just quite new to sewing, you might want to make it a little bit slower. This just sets a speed limit on the foot pedal. So no matter how hard you press the foot pedal, if this little lever here is at slow, it will only go to a certain speed. If you put this speed here to very fast, you can still go slow, but it will mean you just have to push the foot pedal a little bit. If you put the foot pedal right to the floor, then it will go really fast. So just get that to whatever you're comfortable with. Then when you come to sew, you're going to put your fabric underneath the foot of the machine, and then you will lower the lever at the back like that. So just reach in with your right hand and lower it down, and you'll notice that this light here then goes to green, and that means that you're ready to stitch. So you can either use the foot pedal, or if you wanted to, you could pull the foot pedal out, and then this becomes your start and stop button here. So you can use the machine in those 2 different ways. You'll also notice at the bottom, it's got a series of markings on the plate of the machine, and all of these measurements in centimetres and in inches are applicable when the needle is in the left-hand position of the foot. So if you want to use them and use them to measure something, you need to make sure that the needle is in the left-hand position. So in order to sew, you're lowering that foot down, and then you can start sewing. If you want to reverse or do a little lock stitch at the beginning, it's this button here. So I'm going to use it without the foot pedal just now, so you can go forward a little bit, and then you can go back. So you just hold your finger on the button and it will go back, and then you can go forward again and sew your seam, and then you can stop, you can go back a little bit to do your lock stitch, and forward again. When you're finished, you need to then raise the needle out of the fabric, and you can do that either by using the hand wheel at the side of the machine here, or you can use this button here. So this would raise the needle up, and then it means that you can lift the foot up and pull your fabric out to the side. The alternative is to use the thread cutter. So what that does is cuts the thread and raises the foot for you. So if we did a little bit of sewing with that one, and stopped, and then we press this thread cutter button here, you'll notice the machine automatically lifts the needle. We then can lift the foot, pull it out, and then your threads are already cut. You'll notice when you use that, you don't have a bobbin thread coming through the bottom, and that's normal. The machine will automatically pull it through. If you did want to see your bobbin thread coming up through the bottom of the machine, you would just hold on to your top thread like that. You would lower the needle down, raise it back up again, give it a little gentle tug, and then you will see that your bottom thread then just starts to creep through. I've just taken the foot off a little bit so it's easier to pull that out, and that's really easy to do just by pressing this little button at the back of the machine. So you press that and it releases the foot, and you lower the foot down again to get it to click on. Now, if you wanted to change the foot on the machine, then you've got several feet in here. I won't go into detail on all of them on this specific video, but all of these feet can be easily switched on and off with this one just by pressing that little button at the back. So I hope you found that useful in using the Brother Innov-is A1350 machine. See you in the next video.